it's Bonnie Rigsby, the Eternal Gypsy and owner of Let Your Soul Breathe, here today to look at natural living. I believe you can feel better when you make more natural choices. I encourage you, for your health's sake, to do as much as you can on the natural living side. We're not going to be perfect, none of us, but every step that you take along the way is going to help your health. So what does it mean to have a more natural life, or what is natural living? Well, that definition is going to be totally up to you. I have my own version, and the way that I like to look at it is, are there ways, simple ways that I can change my life to make it a path of smarter choices instead of always taking the easy route? And a lot of times the easy route can do some damage to us. Now, if we take a little bit more thought and heart and intention in how we approach something, we can benefit ourselves. So I'm not a doctor. This is not medical advice, just so you know. But for myself, I have some health issues that I've dealt with for a while. There are doctors who would suggest the best course can sometimes be medication. And I know that in some cases, there are health issues where you need to take medication and listen to your doctor. I encourage you to do that. In my case, though, I took the time, the long road, to research. And so it's totally a personal choice, but I really wanted to live as naturally as possible. So I found alternatives to taking medication to try to make it a better path for myself. It's all about choice, y'all. As you all may know or have noticed, I have gone to my natural gray. I don't color my hair anymore. I stopped about 7 years ago. I absolutely love it. I got past the transitioning stage. And once I did that, it was fantastic. And you can see how gray it is. Hopefully you can see that. In the sunlight, it brings it out the best. So I wanted to show you so you can really get an idea of the glow in natural light to see how gray I really am. I love it. I have no makeup on. I have gray pouring out, and I absolutely adore it. So, things like going gray. Look at the roots, y'all. Woo! I wouldn't have done that about 7 years ago. I would have been terrified of it. Funny thing, there are young people out there, it is trending in society, who want to have their hair gray so much. They think it's cool. They are literally dyeing their hair on purpose. And it blows my mind because 7 years ago, I would dye my hair at the moment a little gray came through and thought it was just awful. It made me feel old, whatever. And now that I've transitioned, I adore it. I love not dyeing my hair, and I'm sparing myself the chemicals going into my body. So that's a natural choice that I make. I would not beat anyone up for their choices to dye their hair because I totally understand it, and it's cool and it's fun. But for myself and the health issues that I was experiencing at the time, I thought, you know what? This is a more natural approach for me. When it comes to sunlight, y'all, yes, we need it in our lives. We need natural sunlight. Morning sunlight is, of course, the best, but you can't always do that. The thing is, don't run or be afraid of sunlight because it has wonderful ways of charging our solar panel, I call it, giving us peace, vitamins, vitality. There's so many beautiful things from that natural resource that many of us run from. And I live in Arizona now, and the temperature's hundreds many days, and you still can get that natural sunlight and still be safe. So just do it in moderation. Be careful, of course, because sun can be intense, and we need to respect the natural beauty and power of it. But understand, as humans, we do need that natural sunlight. We all need about 20 minutes to 30 minutes per day of the natural sunlight without blocking it in order for us to be at our healthiest state. The sun is our friend, y'all. some lamps all around the house. It helps with respiratory conditions like I have, and it helps the air to be purified. It's a natural mineral found in Europe. It's important for us to be exposed to it because it helps us with all the electronics around. So my thing is, when I have an ailment or I have something that's not feeling right, or if I don't feel well, I want to, of course, a goal is to heal that situation and make it better. I don't want to feel worse or add to my problems, which is why I've chosen a more natural approach. Now, I have a long way to go, many changes I could still make. It's ever evolving based on our lifestyle and the time and what we're going through, but it's always possible to make those changes. So make the changes important to you. Whatever natural means for you, I encourage you to make as many choices in a year as you can to change things to more natural. For example, I deal with some inflammation issues, so I chose to use turmeric at supplementation versus a medication because I had that choice and I was able to. Not everyone has that choice, but I encourage you to really do the research. Check out things, find out what natural approaches there might be, things that you can swap out to be more natural and not add extra side effects. There are other ways of doing things that can benefit your body more and not take you back 5 steps. You know what I mean? So just do the research and see where it takes you. And beware of things that use the word natural, okay? You have to be careful because there's some companies out there that use that name, and it's not always completely natural like we would think it should be natural. And if it's not tightly regulated, you could come up with some heavy junk. Your health will thank you, and it's low maintenance and wonderful for the soul. Okay? Talk to you soon.